Welcome to our look at free trade agreements and why they matter today. In this presentation, we will explore how trade partnerships reshape economies, open new markets, and connect businesses across borders, while also touching on legal foundations, real-world examples, and the evolving challenges shaping global commerce. In this chapter, we define what a free trade agreement is and why it matters. At its core, an FTA is a negotiated deal between countries to reduce trade barriers and foster market access, creating rules and guarantees that make cross-border business more predictable and easier for exporters and investors. When we talk about what modern FTAs cover, think of three key features: comprehensive treaty structures that reduce tariffs and quotas, broad coverage that now includes services and investment as well as goods, and a predictable, rules-based environment that helps businesses plan international expansion with greater certainty. To understand FTAs, we need a quick look at history and law. The idea builds on classical trade theory about comparative advantage, and today FTAs operate within the WTO framework, which allows preferential arrangements while maintaining key distinctions from customs unions so members can keep independent external tariff policies. Global trade today runs through a dense network of bilateral and multilateral agreements, connecting producers, consumers, and supply chains across continents. The world map on this slide highlights how these links create new opportunities for growth and cooperation, enabling faster flows of goods, services, and ideas between regions. Chapter 2 examines why FTAs matter in practical terms, focusing on the benefits that drive policymakers and businesses to negotiate them. From lower costs for exporters to expanded service markets and procurement opportunities, these agreements can unlock value across sectors while encouraging deeper economic ties between partners. Economically, FTAs offer several tangible advantages. Eliminating tariffs makes exports more competitive, stronger intellectual property rules protect innovation, procurement access opens government contracts to foreign firms, and service sector provisions let professional and digital services expand overseas, creating new revenue streams beyond traditional goods trade. Looking at U.S. experience gives a sense of scale. The United States maintains multiple active agreements covering many partner countries, with a large share of exports flowing to FTA partners and substantial annual trade volumes under modern deals like the USMCA, supporting jobs and streamlined commerce across borders. Chapter 3 turns to the challenges and criticisms that accompany free trade agreements. While FTAs bring benefits, they also raise legitimate concerns about distributional impacts, regulatory complexity, and political ramifications, and this chapter explores those tensions in more depth to give a balanced view of trade policy. One set of concerns involves economic side effects. FTAs can sometimes redirect trade away from more efficient producers, leading to trade diversion, and increased import competition can displace workers in vulnerable industries, while complex rules of origin and compliance create administrative burdens, especially for small and medium enterprises. Beyond pure economics, FTAs play political and strategic roles. They can be used as tools to strengthen regional ties or counterbalance rivals, and recent policy shifts highlight tensions between liberal trade principles and domestic security or industrial strategies, requiring careful balancing of economic openness with legitimate national priorities. Chapter 4 moves into case studies to show FTAs in action and the variety of approaches countries take. These real-world examples illustrate how different nations design agreements to meet strategic goals, whether expanding exports, attracting investment, or deepening regional integration. India's FTA strategy blends diversification and targeted partnership. With an expanding network of comprehensive and preferential deals, India pursues agreements like those with neighboring states and early harvest arrangements to boost manufactured exports, secure essential inputs, and align economically with key regional partners to support long-term growth. The Australia-New Zealand example shows how deep integration can work in practice. And CERTA created a near-seamless economic relationship by removing most trade barriers, fostering intra-industry specialization and competition, and demonstrating that comprehensive liberalization can produce shared gains well beyond simple tariff cuts. Looking ahead, FTAs are likely to remain vital drivers of growth while evolving to address 21st-century priorities. Next generation agreements increasingly include digital trade, sustainability, and labor standards, and success will depend on balancing liberalization with fair competition and legitimate security concerns so trade continues to support inclusive prosperity.